Hi guys, Peter Finch here, and today's video is all about how you can control the ball flight between high and low trajectories. So obviously this is something very important when it becomes windy, but also if you just want to have more control over that ball flight when you're playing on the golf course. Now what I'm going to talk today about is how you can get yourself set up differently and changes in between the swings, a standard full shot and then a lower shot as well. Now first of all, we'll talk about the setup with a full shot. Now I've got a 6-iron here. Now ball positions, which we're going to speak about, is relative to club length and loft. So a 6-iron is going to be forward of centre, whereas say an 8-iron with the ball position would be more central. So please allow a variance in between the clubs when you try this. Now I've got the FlyScope X2 on record as well, so we can see the ball data as it happens at the same time. Now first of all, we're going to talk about a normal setup with a 6-iron. Now with a 6-iron, you're really going to be wanting the ball pretty much just forward of centre in the stance. Now to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up first of all with my feet together. I'm going to take a little step with my left, a slightly bigger step with my right. I'm going to get myself in a strong position, make sure my sternum is pretty much just behind the ball, get my hands lent slightly forwards. My weight is going to be nice and even. So it's going to be a nice standard setup for a 6-iron shot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a couple of shots away here and get some data on the screen. So I'll hit 3 shots with my normal full swing and setup with a 6-iron. Not too bad. And what I want to be seeing with a 6-iron shot, I just want to be seeing a nice consistent ball flight that I know when it's going to land, it's going to stop, it's going to check, and it's going to be finishing pretty consistently by the pin, hopefully. And this is a shot that I use on, say, in every kind of day-to-day swing. So if the weather was nice and still, there wasn't much kind of crazy wind about, and the greens were relatively soft and receptive, these are the type of shots that I'm going to be hitting. So I'm pretty happy with those first 2. A little bit inside as far as the path is concerned. Actually, shot-wise, those are working out relatively well. So I'll just pull up a little bit of a change in the screen here. Now you can see as far as consistency of ball flight goes, those 3 were very, 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 very consistent. So I've hit 3 shots there, but you can see that generally they are all tracking pretty much along the same line. I've got to be honest, guys, I don't think I've ever hit 3 6-iron shots in a row so consistent. I think I might have another few looks at those. So this is from a directly behind the line view here. And you can see there that height-wise, 87, 88, and then 86 feet in height. Time in the air, 5.9 seconds, 5.9 seconds, and then 5.8 seconds. So incredibly consistent as far as my carry and total distances are concerned as well. So very happy with how they are looking. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch around the view here. You can see here some different angles on these shots about where they're landing. So I'm going to switch around the view to this side-on viewpoint here as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a change in my overall setup to achieve a different ball flight. I'm also going to change things within my swing. Now the first thing I'm going to do is, rather than have the ball position just slightly forward of centre, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it a little bit further back, just so it's in the centre of my stance now. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put about 65% of my body weight onto my lead foot, so onto my left foot. Now what this does, it brings the ball position back to begin with, and then it pushes it further back in relation to my sternum, which we spoke about originally. So my sternum now is in front of the ball. Now what that means is my swing arc is going to bottom out after the shot, Therefore, my angle of attack will be steeper, and if I manage to keep my shaft leaning slightly ahead, my club face should also have less loft, so the ball is going to go lower. The dynamic loft at impact will be lower, the ball flight will be lower as well. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to try and take a lot of the spin off the shot. Now that is pretty, all of you guys will know how to do this. It's taking the club away, not quite allowing the wrist to set fully, and actually having a slightly shorter swing on the way back, hitting down on the way through, and then having an abbreviated follow through. It just takes the control, it takes the height off the actual shot and gives you that little bit more control. So you've seen those first 3 shots. Now let's switch it round and let's see if we can actually change this a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that ball position slightly further back. I'm moving my weight here onto the front foot and getting my sternum just ahead of the ball. I'm going to abbreviate my backswing and follow through, and let's see if we can change the height of the shot. So certainly visually straight away that looked like it was nice and lower. Let's have a look at the ball data. Yeah, you can see there the definite difference between the shots. Again, we'll just have a couple more. A little bit of weight forward, 65%, those hands ahead, shortened backswing, shortened through swing. It picked up a little bit higher on me, that one. Still not too bad though. Acceptable, shall we say. I think I might have to get a lot more videos done today, guys. I'm striking it pretty well. And then the last shot, and then we'll have that comparison between the ball data. That was a much shorter swing, that, really trying to keep it down. Right, let's have a look at this ball data, shall we? So I'm pretty happy with the difference between the shots. If I jump onto the actual trajectory screen here, you can really see the differences between the 3. So my second lower shot, you can see it just picked up a little bit in height, which I'm not massively happy with. I'd like to have been as consistent as the first 3, but you can certainly see the differences between the actual ball flights here. Now, if I jump you onto the full trajectory mode, you can see those 6 shots there, the high ones and then the low ones. And honestly, guys, it is, it's very simple in many ways. I'm not asking you to alter hundreds of things within your swing here. I'm just asking you to do a few select changes which will drastically alter ball flight. Now, some things to bear in mind here. You can see the difference in the height. So we've gone from 87, 88, 86 to 55, 65, 51. Time in the air has reduced slightly by pretty much a second, if not more. And then, as we go into the carry distances reduce. So if you're going to be hitting shots and you've got a bunker to go over, you need to bear this in mind. The actual carry distance and the height will have reduced. Total distance has reduced overall, but you can see my swing speeds and everything else remain constant. Now the big differences here, have a look at the dynamic loft differences from 21, 26, 21 to 13, 15, 13. So vastly reduced, and that's what really sends the ball out that little bit lower. So I am pretty happy with how that went. I think I might do a few more of these. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please leave your comments in the box below. Let me know what you think and let me know how you get on with this, changing it in your game. Like I said, please make ball position relationship to club consistent. So whatever club you're going to be hitting, if it's an A-tine, which is normally middle, that's going to go slightly further back and slightly further back again as the sternum goes forward, and it's the same with all the clubs. Right, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, follow me on other social media platforms as well, and we'll see you next time.